All right, let's talk more about Deloitte Ghana's 75th anniversary. Joining me in studio, partners Yaolate and Charlotte Fortunabe. Great to have you in studio. Yeah, I was a friend of the show, and so yeah, it's good to see him in studio. In fact, and congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
75 years, you've come a long way. Let's reflect on the journey so far. How has it been? How would you describe it? Who's taking it?
I'll take it. Thank you, Daryl. So it's not been an easy journey. I mean, every journey has challenges, and there are highs and ups and downs. So we have J.D. Barnes coming into Ghana as the UAC Internal Audit Chief in 1939. And then in 47, 1st January, he went ahead to form Deloitte & Touche under the name J.D. Barnes & Co. Chartered Accountant. Over the period, there were mergers, there were strategic mergers, I should say, up until what we have now known as Deloitte & Touche. We were at the old place where people called Ibex Court, for Liberation Road, Ibex Court. But the story started before then, actually, at Cocoa House, and then moved there. And then now we find ourselves at George Walker Bush Highway. Thank you.
Wow, that's great. And so you're marking 75 years on the theme, making an impact that matters in Ghana. So tell me, what impact do you think you've made so far, Al?
Yeah, so I think, as you've seen in most of our thought leadership events and industry contribution, Deloitte is one of our values is that profitability beyond or making impact beyond profit. And for any corporate organization, what you are looking at is your bottom line. Deloitte looks and thinks beyond profit. And I think if you look at some of the points that we've mentioned during the launch, we have supported society in so many different ways. One of the strategic things that we've done is to support market women at Abobloshi on accounting training and bookkeeping. We know that a lot of our market women, they have a lot of cash transactions, but they don't keep records. And we as accounting firm provided this for free. During the COVID period, we trained hundreds of SMEs online for free on how to mitigate the impact of COVID, how to manage their cash flow during the COVID period, and also pointed out to them on some of the government programs that were available to support SMEs during the COVID period. I think for us as Deloitte, we're doing this for free, not because we wanted to market ourselves, but because we wanted to make impact beyond profits that we're making. And I think if you look at our contribution to support the national economy, we publish numerous articles, we contribute to budgets, fora, and discussions. We hold stakeholder engagement to solicit for views for budget preparation. And post-budget publication, we also have stakeholder engagement to get views from the public and business community on how we can prepare our budget and make it more business-friendly as opposed to just making money for government. I think we are interested in making impact in so many different ways.
Well, we started this bulletin talking about the economic situation in the country at this point, and there's so much happening, and it's critical at this point that we have some transparency, and that's what I guess you guys offer in terms of accounting and auditing. How crucial do you think your role is to getting us to a place where I wouldn't say are protected, but are able to navigate the challenges that we are facing right now?
Yeah, so I think as advisors, we advise not only business or private businesses, but we also have advice to government. And government, I'll look at it in a broader context. So we do work for ministry, department, and agencies. So we support the Auditor General in auditing some of the government agencies. So I think we are part of the process of ensuring accountability in the public sector. Beyond that, we also provide financial advisory and consulting services to governments. So ministry, department, and agencies, whenever they are embarking on various projects, we support with feasibility studies, we support with business case analysis. We also support with IT and consulting implementation. So where we have some ministries and department that's looking for training of their staff, we provide some of this training, and some of these are highly discounted, just because we want to be in a society where the good of the society, we also find our welfare. So if the government is doing well and government activities are progressing well, they are achieving their targets, as business community, we also get to benefit from that. And I think that's something that we are focusing on. We do know and appreciate the challenging times that we find ourselves in. And Deloitte staff, and I think as you know, we haven't kept quiet on that.
That's true.
We have
that's
commented on that, knowing that I think during the challenging time that we find ourselves, it's not only to Ghana, it is worldwide challenges. But we know that our contribution will be taken by government, and once they are taking them, we would all benefit from that. So we very much appreciate that.
Well, speak of challenging times. Let's talk about the challenges within the 74 years in terms of the work that you do. What are some of the, should I say, setbacks?
Well, the market is not an easy market. So you have to give up your best. I mean, now we don't even say competitors, we talk about industrial collaborators. So that's a term I learned last week. So yes, so we have to go out there, sell your business, but as a firm, we pride ourselves on having integrity. So you have to make sure that even where it goes against us, we still stand. And I mean, like I said, the market is there. Following clients is not easy. Sometimes on the job as well, you have tight deadlines to meet. You have people to take care of. Our staff have their families at home. Sometimes they don't see them, especially during what we call our peak season. But these are things that we try to live above. Challenges will always come, and we call ourselves the people who bring solutions to society, to businesses, and all of that. So we try to implement some of them as well, so that we can move forward.
All right, and let's talk about, because I heard your country managing partner talk about partnering with government to impact society, and so looking at the coming years, what are the plans in place? Maybe
I'll start with it. So initially, for now, we are looking at what we do is to deal with the unemployment situation in Ghana, for example. We have this, what we call the Deloitte Graduate Academy, where we take on a lot of the people who have done accounting, finance, have finished national service. They really have a lot of jobs to do. We bring them on board, we train them. We do this like 3 times in a year. So we are, in addition to whatever they've learned from school, the theory, we now add practicality and skills in order that they will become more marketable so that they can be hired. And some of these people are retained by Deloitte, and then some are also out there in the industry. They are hired and they provide their services. So that's one way of looking at the unemployment situation. We are trying to do that. In places where we want to do things like, we have something that we call Impact Day, where we adopt, like for a number of years, we adopted the Mampon School for the Deaf to be able to help them meet their financial needs and all of that. So those are some of the things that we are doing to ensure that life is easier for people in Ghana. Okay, and how are you marking 75 years? What are the activities lined up? Okay, that's fine. So last Friday, 13th May, we had the launch of the total event. In June, we plan to have an impact. In June, have an impact walk. Yes, where people will what we call the health work. There will be tips and all of that. We also have a program called, I mentioned the Impact Day. This is a global Deloitte program. But this year, we've actually adopted the program to be part of our celebration. We intend to plant trees on the 10th of June, all around. Everybody's invited to that. We're also working on adopting libraries across the country to refurbish them and also to restock them. So currently we are working with an NGO that is scouting across the country to look for libraries in places, deprived places that need to have libraries. Those that don't have, out of these 7 places, those that don't have, we intend to build and stock with books. Those that have, will refurbish and bring in more books. So that's the program that we have also in June. And then we also have the Thanksgiving that will be at the end of the year as expected. We are planning a golf tournament. We are planning a whole host of other things, yes. But as the days draw nigh, it's across the year. So as the days draw nigh, we will make sure that we share the dates, the venue, the event, so that people who are interested can come and participate. Enjoy Business is partnering you to do this, so hopefully there'll be some parties too. And definitely, definitely. And thank you so much, Charlotte Fortunabe, partner, Deloitte, Yaolate, for joining us in studio. I really constrained myself not to ask you an economic question. Ask you about how the economy is faring.
Yes, so thank you very much.
So today we just get to talk about Deloitte. Grateful for your time. Thank you.